66 million years ago, Earth was a world ruled by giants. Towering forests stretched from horizon to horizon. Volcanic plains belched smoke into the atmosphere, and enormous reptiles, dinosaurs, dominated every continent. They had ruled the planet for over 150 million years, adapting to every imaginable environment. Oceans, deserts, rainforests, plains. Some were swift hunters. Some were armored fortresses. Some were gentle, towering herbivores capable of stripping entire trees in minutes. But this story is not about their long reign. This is the story of their final day, the last 24 hours before everything changed forever. Our timeline begins on what seemed like a normal morning. The air was warm. The sky was calm. Herds of triceratops moved across the plains, searching for fresh plants. Small, raptor-like dinosaurs picked at insects near streams. A mighty Tyrannosaurus rex, the apex predator of its time, strode through the ferns, completely unaware that this day would be its last. Far above, the skies were quiet, except for one object, one tiny speck moving faster than anything Earth had ever seen. An asteroid, 6 miles wide, traveling at 60 times the speed of sound. It had been hurtling toward Earth for millions of years, silently, coldly, relentlessly. And now, it was just hours away. As morning turned to midday, the first signs appeared. Animals near the coast noticed a faint rumble beneath the ground. Seismographs, if humans had existed, would have detected subtle vibrations. In the atmosphere, tiny dust particles began to fall as the asteroid compressed the air ahead of it, heating it so intensely that microscopic debris began to vaporize. But the dinosaurs continued their routines. How could they understand the warning signs of something humanity would one day call an extinction-level event? In the warm inland seas of North America, giant mosasaurs patrolled the waters. Above them, pterosaurs soared through the humid air, their wings casting huge shadows. None of them knew their world was about to end in a flash. As the asteroid neared Earth, it displaced so much air that a shock wave formed in front of it, hotter than the surface of the sun. At this moment, just seconds before impact, every creature on the planet that looked toward the sky would have seen a second sun blazing through the atmosphere. Then, it happened. The asteroid slammed into the shallow ocean near present-day Mexico with unimaginable force, 10 billion times the energy of the bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. In that instant, the sea boiled, the asteroid vaporized, the ocean floor exploded upward. A crater over 100 miles wide and 20 miles deep was carved into the Earth's crust. Everything within hundreds of kilometers was instantly obliterated. Dinosaurs near the impact site did not suffer. They simply vanished, gone in a fraction of a second. But the true destruction had only begun. A massive fireball rose into the sky, turning night into day and day into hell. Superheated air surged outward at hurricane speed. Forests thousands of kilometers away ignited in seconds. Animals inhaling the air had their lungs scorched before they could even cry out. Shock waves raced across continents. Earthquakes shook the land. Tsunamis taller than skyscrapers slammed into coastlines around the world, wiping out entire coastal ecosystems in minutes. But even this was not the worst of it. When the asteroid struck, billions of tons of molten rock were blasted into space. These fiery fragments arced high above the atmosphere, then rained back down like a global meteor storm. The friction of their descent heated the atmosphere to lethal temperatures. For hours, the entire planet glowed red, as if placed inside a giant oven. Any creature not underground or underwater was at risk of burning alive. Even survivors deep in forests struggled, as burning debris ignited massive, unstoppable wildfires. As the first day turned into night, the world was still only beginning to die. Smoke and ash filled the sky, choking the atmosphere. Sunlight disappeared. Temperatures plummeted. Plants, unable to photosynthesize, began to die. Herbivores starved first. Without them, the carnivores followed. Great predators like T-Rex found themselves wandering through barren lands, their food supply gone. Even the oceans were not spared. Acid rain poisoned the water, and the collapse of plankton caused the marine food chain to fall apart. But amid this global collapse, some species had advantages. Small mammals hid in burrows, feeding on seeds, roots, and insects. Small birds, descendants of feathered dinosaurs, were better able to adapt to changing temperatures and could eat whatever they found. Creatures that needed little food or could enter torpor had a better chance of surviving the long winter that followed. For months, the sun remained hidden behind thick layers of ash and soot. Earth became a cold, dark planet. Temperatures dropped by more than 30 degrees. For the first time in 160 million years, dinosaurs found themselves in a world they could not dominate. Their bodies, massive, powerful, built for warmth and sunlight, were not designed for a nuclear winter. Slowly, the giants died out, one species after another, and yet, life did not stop. High in the atmosphere, winds slowly began to thin the dust. Sunlight returned, faint at first, then stronger. Plants began to regrow. Small animals ventured out of hiding. In the ashes of the old world, a new world began to rise. With the dinosaurs gone, ecological space opened. Mammals, once tiny and timid, began to diversify. Over millions of years, they grew larger, smarter, more adaptable. This evolutionary explosion would eventually lead to primates, and ultimately, to us. The last day of the dinosaurs was not just an ending, it was also a beginning. Without that asteroid, without that moment of unimaginable destruction, humans would likely never have existed. Their extinction created the opportunity for our evolution. Every step you take today is only possible because 66 million years ago, the sky fell, the earth burned, and the age of dinosaurs came to a violent end. But perhaps the most haunting truth of all is this: the asteroid was not targeting Earth. It was pure cosmic chance, random, indifferent, unstoppable. And in the vast dark of space, countless other objects still drift, silent, patient, waiting, just as one did on the last day of the dinosaurs.